This oil bill has already raised $3 billion in carbon taxes since 2010. The projects that you have included that you want rural Ireland to pay for is $8.5 million for gas projects, Dublin City Council to get $20 million for green heating systems, $4.5 million for Tala district systems, $7.5 million for local street lights, $1.4 million to improve the efficiencies of HGVs. Do you understand what happens in rural Ireland? Do you understand it from the basis of when food products come to your shelves? It will be your fault when people are going to be charged €3 and €4 a litre of milk because you're taxing rural Ireland. The same people that are feeding you every single day with all the fuel processes, whether you're vegan or otherwise, comes from rural Ireland. But you're taxing us. Every new truck at the moment costs up at about €150,000 minimum cost. A trailer for a truck costs roughly €90,000. But what do? Let's get everything into Dublin and let rural Ireland pay for it. You've no concept of rural Ireland, and I look at it from a point of view of all your appointees, Dublin-based. Come down to Limerick, and I will show you on a full day what you will do to get food onto the tables in rural Ireland. All our bus infrastructure to our schools, our bus, Dáil Éireann mentioned a minute ago, I'm in the construction industry. You wanted every construction job now to have an electric digger, an 2 hours working time with an 8 hours generator to charge the electric digger. Again, you have not got anything between your ears because you've no experience in rural Ireland. You've no experience how real life works. You've no infrastructure in rural Ireland, so we have to travel. Farmers work 365 days a year and 366 in a leap year to provide for the people in Ireland, and all you can do is tax it and send all the funding into Dublin. The funding needs to come down the country. You have enough taxes raised for differently. Why not incentivise the farmers? Give them money to the farmers to help them incentivise to bring in a greener product to ye. I know farmers that have been working for generations for the next generation to take over farms. They can't do it because every time there's a change of government, it takes a full generation again to get the next generation started, and by the time they finish, it should only take 2 generations to set up a family to go forward to rebuild. Farming can't rebuild with the amount of taxes that you are giving them. Incentivise. Help them. They're helping you by paying €40 a tonne extra for fertiliser to help the green emissions. What do? Let's give you more tax to get your milk into the co-ops. Let's charge you more to go to your shops to get your own food. When farming goes well, the community goes well. Every town and village has been closed down and no infrastructure put in place because you're moving all the funding to Dublin. Think about it now when you go home this evening and you're going to sit down and have the cup of tea and you want a small drop of milk and you bring out the butter and the bread and everything else and you think where that comes from, and they are working 365 days a year, and yet all you want to do is tax us more for your greener way. Come down to Limerick and cycle your 15 or 20 miles to get your litre of milk, and we'll see what. It's great that you can cycle into the Dáil and look good. Come down to Limerick, you'll be cycling every day if that's the way that you want to do it, but you'll go nowhere. And there'll be no television to show you up for what you're doing. Minister, I congratulate you on the position you're in, but if you want to be educated, come down to Limerick for a day and I'll educate you on real living, real life. Thank you.